everyone. In today's video I'm going to be doing a sketchbook tour of my Inktober drawings. This will not be a full sketchbook tour because this is my actual sketchbook, so we're going to be skipping stuff before it, and I haven't done anything after yet because this is literally the day after Inktober that I'm recording this. So we can just get started. Let me find the beginning of Inktober. Here we go. And as usual, like every year, I did not mark off the rest. Every year this happens. Okay, so this sketchbook here is it is a smooth Bristol sketchbook, 103 pound, Master's Touch from Hobby Lobby, and this is the prompt list that I use. It is not mine. I got it off Instagram, and a couple of prompts got combined because I was doing a game jam last month, so I didn't have time to do both. But yeah, we can just get started. So for this, what I did is I did not do pure just ink or pure like marker or, you know, pure ink and then some watercolor washes. This is literally whatever I want tober. This is Inktober in air quotes. It's more like an Arttober or a Drawtober. And I follow this prompt, Whimsy-tober, mainly because of the prompt mouse, which you will see why when we get to mouse. So some of these are actually collages, some of them are just drawings, some of them are more illustrative, some of them are less illustrative. I just kind of went crazy. So the first one is moth, and this one I did the moth on toned tanned paper, and I used watercolor for this background, and I used some metallic watercolor for the plants and some metallic pens, so you can see like it's shiny right here. And there are some more collages in here. I think the next one is also a collage. So this is moth. This is moon. This also is a collage-y bit. It's not as smooth as I would have liked, but it's a collage-y bit. These are all different washi tapes, and this is actually a label, like a shipping label, and I put all of the washi tapes on it, and then I cut around it and I peeled the back off so I could just slap it on there. This is cardboard, this is paper, this is another piece of paper or cardboard, I don't remember, and I drew some stuff on top. And this prompt is moon. This one is actually later, and this is one of the ones I combined. Also, the paper was clean, but for some reason this ink, even though it's dry, keeps transferring onto the paper, which makes me sad because it looked nice when it was clean, but it happened again to another picture later too. This is actually later in the month. I combined day 13 and 14, dragon and sorcerer. So this is a dragon sorceress. I named her something funny. I don't remember what it is. But I actually really like this one. I thought this one was fun. And this is on toned tan paper, and I stick glued it in. This one is spirit. So I did the part where it said the spirit of God descended on him like a dove. And yeah, I don't really do a lot of religious paintings, but I actually really like this one. I like how it turned out. There's also a lot of shiny bits in it. Another one that got dirty. It was nice and clean all around, but okay. This one is crow, and I thought what would be kind of funny if I gave it like a crow, but they had like jewelry on because I like shiny things. They had a little hat. This was clean before there was a bunch of black specks on it from this, which is lantern, and I actually kind of hate this picture. I don't like it. The idea I like, I don't like how it turned out. The idea was it's like an actual lantern, and it's like above this building. That's why it looks bigger, because you're like closer to it from above, and it's not actually like huge, but it doesn't look good. I don't like it. I do like the name of the tavern. I named the tavern Crushed Pumpkin. I thought that was fun. Here are some Audrey Universe ones. So we have Audrey, of course, on this side. She's once again stuck in a predicament. Also, this prompt was lantern. I think, yeah, the prompt was overgrown, so I have her like stuck in some vines on tan paper. I'm really, really happy with how this one turned out. And then this one is what was it? Siren. I think the prompt was actually Siren. And this is a bog siren who's from the same universe as Audrey. And I started doing a lot of this, where I would have like the foreground be inked and the background would have a lot of like loose watercolory look to it. I've done this a few times in this Inktober. I've never done it before that I can remember. So this was actually a very nice, fun thing to learn how to do. But yeah, this is a bog siren. This one was Shrine. I don't know why some of this stuff is like transferring when it's not wet anymore, but okay. This one is Shrine, and I thought, well, some people have like a whole like shrine of like pictures on their wall, so I used a washi tape with some watercolory backgrounds, and I used, these are the pull tops from like tissue boxes, like there's tissue inside, like the thing you like pull to like pull the tissue out. That's what these all are. I just cut like the little loop-de-loop edge off. That's what, so these are all from different types of like tissue boxes. Don't know why everything's transferring on here, but that's okay. This prompt was Alley, and I don't really feel like drawing like a bunch of buildings or anything, so I just did some graffiti by some trash. And it's mushroom themed, of course, on brand. There's some shiny bits in here too. I'm actually really happy how the text came out. I'm not really good at like text anything. This one is Fable, and I chose the Aesop Fable, the Fox and the Crow. I really like this fable. I'm not sure why. I don't even remember where I saw it. I know I saw it as a child. I feel like it was Between the Lions, which is an American show on PBS for children. I don't even know if it's still on anymore. But if you don't know the fable, basically the crow has some cheese, the fox wants the cheese, and the fox keeps complimenting the crow until the crow wants to show off how pretty it can sing, and it drops the cheese and the fox eats the cheese. And like it's supposed to be some kind of like moral of like don't trust flattery on its own or something. I really like that one. So I really like this style I went with. I try to do more of like a classic storybook style. If you look close, it's kind of hard. You can see the fur texture and stuff. And this is another one where I did like the watercolor background and the pen foreground, and I think that looks nice. It doesn't like look busy with black lines in the background. And then this one, what was this one? I don't remember the prompt. Celestial. This one is Celestial. In person, it looks more saturated. Let me see if I can make it look better. It looks a little better. So this is a character of mine, Unicia. I don't really know her story. I just know that she lives in space, and she floats amongst the stars and the clouds and the planetary bodies. I've drawn her a few times. Not this Inktober, but I've drawn her a few times overall. I really like her. I love pink hair with dark skin. I just think it looks really pretty together. And this is actually my favorite three colors together: teal, like a lavendery purple, and a nice like semi-pastel bubblegum pink. I love those three colors together. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with this. I think this is the only double page. No, this is the only illustrated double page spread. We also have the shrine one back here. Where is it? We have this one and this one. I think those are the only two. I don't remember doing any more. And then this one is another one that was two prompts put together. It's peak, like mountain peak, and cat. So I put the cat on top of the laundry. I also have a Stardew Valley joke in here. If you know, you know. This one is crown, so I did a flower crown. So some of the stuff's drawn, some of it is stickers, and this is cut out with a sticker on top. And then this is drawn, and yeah, it's just a little mixed media thing I did. I do like the face though. I like the old anime style faces, so I'm actually really happy how the face turned out. This is Ghoul, as you could tell. I did not know how to spell it the first time. My boyfriend likes to say this is the little guy riding in our cats' heads when they're acting stupid. I tried to draw the ugliest thing I could come up with, and this is what we got. I think he's hideous. I also think he's kind of funny looking. I did my best. I don't really draw ugly things that much. Then this one is lavender, so I literally just drew some lavender flowers. Like, just took it super literally. This has some. This is actually a pen and colored pencil. I haven't done a whole lot of colored pencil recently, so that was a nice little change. I like how soft it looks. I used colored pens, so this is actually a purple liner for the flowers and a brown one for the stems and leaves. And then this one is Reflection, which is actually one of the last ones I did. This is another one of Audrey. As you can see, there's a hand here with a book, and then she's here. That's not Audrey. That's Audrey. And if you can see the book, it says Trapped in the Looking Glass. So do with that with what you will. And then this, the prompt was patch. So I made a pumpkin patch. Yes. I just did a bunch of like collagey bits and I made a patchwork pumpkin and I put the pumpkin on there. Need to stick glue that down some more. And then this one was pomegranate. I did a little doodle. I was like, oh my goodness, he's so cute. So we have a little pomegranate snail. They are a friend. We love them. I'm actually proud of the pomegranate snail. I think they're cute. And then we have this, which is actually a Zakura prompt, but because I combined some prompts, I'm just going to include this as an Inktober drawing. So it's a combination of 2 months. August, which was bird, and October, which was skeleton. I made like this guardian Aztec looking thing. Not sure what it is. It's not a demon, just throwing that out there. I don't draw demons. I don't know what it is. We're just gonna go with like a guardian of some sort. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something. There's also some shiny stuff. But definitely not the thing I normally draw. But yeah. Then we have Nightingale, which is literally just some drawings of a nightingale. Originally this was a test sketch, but then every sketch I try to do afterward on this side did not look right. So I was like, you know what, we'll just do this as a study page. So I just did another drawing of a nightingale and did a little study page. And then on this side, this is actually Audrey's parents, and that's a little baby Audrey. It's a little itty bitty baby Audrey. Look at her. She is asleep. She is happy. She's doomed. Don't get attached to them. She's actually an orphan. Don't get attached. But I haven't really named them yet. But I do really like this design. I've never drawn them before, so the design is likely to change. More for him than for her. I actually really like her design. I don't have much to say about this except for I did like a brown wash first, so it looked kind of like an old photograph, kind of. Not really, because the art style is not realistic, but that's what I kind of went with. And the prompt for this one was portrait. This also has some shiny bits. And then we have mouse, which is the reason why I picked the prompt list. I wanted to do a very old-timey Beatrix Potter, vintage little golden books style drawing, and I'm really happy with how this one turned out. This is adorable to me. I love it. I like the details with the fur. I like the slight pattern on the dress. I like the little hat. I'm really pleased with this one. And another one where I did some extra detailing in the background. Not as much, but to make it have depth without having lines. I'm really, really happy with this one. And this is watercolor and pen with a little bit of colored pencil. And then this one was Sanctuary. I didn't really know what to do, so I just figured, well, a bunny living amongst the flowers. He's in his own little personal sanctuary. So I just did a little bunny in a slightly similar style. I like the little cottagecore, old-timey storybook style. So we have a little bun. Boop. I love the little bun. And then this one is Flower Garden. This is a collage. So these are like paper cutouts, and this is tan paper. This is some stickers. And I did a watercolory background. This one was fun. I like this one. And the leaves are drawn on the paper. And then this one was Gnome. I don't think I've ever actually drawn a gnome before, because my characters are elves. They're not gnomes. Not much to say about this, except for I had a lot of fun drawing his big bushy beard and his big bushy eyebrows. I also like his big feet and I just really like his build. I think he's cute. He's fun. Yeah, and the prompt was gnome, so I just took it literally and drew a gnome. I didn't feel like being overly creative. This one was Depths. Had a lot of ideas for this one, but I ended up just doing this. And this is meant to show how it feels when you have depression and undiagnosed mental illness, which I have. I cannot afford to get diagnosed, so I'm just making it through. And I've wanted to make something that kind of represented that, so that's what this one is. And I really like how it looks with like the blues and the blacks. I think it really like says a lot. And then this one is Fish. I'm not actually sure if a seahorse is a fish, but we're going with it. So this is the prompt Fish, and I just drew a seahorse. I followed a how to draw book that I have for children, just to get the idea of how the seahorse would look, because I don't really draw seahorses. Another one where I did a lot of watercolory like background bits to like make it look like there's stuff going on, but this stuff in the front is lined. And then we have Knight. This might be one of my favorites. Is this little frog knight? Look at him. Do you not love him? Look at him. This is actually the last one that I finished. But I love him. In person you can see better, but he has blues, greens, yellows, and browns all in him, and it's really nice in person. This is pen and watercolor. And then the last one, which is Gothic. And I just went with a classic Inktober pen drawing for this, with a little bit of white pen and stuff to like do some highlights and things. And I just did like a goblet with a little bottle of wine and some roses. Just kept it, for considering what I've done in this, kept this relatively simple. And yeah, that is my Inktober of 2025. 10 years I've been doing Inktober. This is how much I have left in the book. I don't know what this is. I only have this left in the book. Which is fine, because I have a bunch of stuff I'm doing, so I probably will just finish this whenever. And I have a little bit in the front of the book, but you won't see that till the full sketchbook tour. And how I'm going to approach that is there will be a sketchbook tour, and I will show the whole book, including Inktober, but this, instead of like stopping and talking about it, I'm just going to flip through it like this, but maybe a little slower than that, and just keep going. So the 2025 final sketchbook tour will be a little shorter, because you've already seen most of the sketchbook anyway. But yeah, that is all for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did Inktober, congratulations. Even if you only did a couple of them, Inktober's a lot to commit to. Most people can't do it 10 years like I've done it. I think I'm the weird one, honestly. So yeah, I'll see you all later. Have a good rest of your day, and holiday season is starting, so I hope you have a good rest of your holidays. Ignore my camera. My cat is not trying to knock it over. All right, bye!